be contain half a pound of gold. Then the other thing they said was they got $2,700 for that half pound of gold, which, if that is true, the person that gave them that robbed them.
I found a stack of records in my attic today, an Elvis picture disc and Kenny's big old hay. Put them up on eBay for the day was done. Watch the bids roll in till the morning sun.
Welcome everyone to the video. Welcome to the channel. We're over at Savers looking for some great items. I'm just trying to find a spot because the music is very loud today. So I'm trying to locate a spot where it's not so loud. There's speakers blanketing the ceilings. They cover almost every area. So I'm trying to get in between the speakers. And I think that's kind of why you always see me in the blanket area, because this is where I think I'm kind of in between two speakers. Either way, this is going to be the Tuesday What Sold video. Like the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribing if you want to continue to see content from me, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the video, what I talk about. Would you talk a little bit at the beginning, broken up into chapters? So if you want to jump to the What Sold, you can find the chapter for the What Sold down below. And I have memberships open, 99 cents a month. That's the lowest I could possibly charge. And you get bonus video content from me. And I'm just kind of scrolling through, looking through solds of different items that I select and trying to come up with a price point and give you more details of why I purchased the item. But we're going to talk about, again, another, it's the summer. It's just a boring, there's not really too much happening. But I do have a few notes here that I wrote down. There's a couple of things to mention if you're watching other resellers. There was a reseller that mentioned they bought a real gold, a pocket watch, which is an amazing find. If you find a gold pocket watch or gold anything, real gold, solid gold, not gold plated or gold filled or anything like that. But they found a really great gold piece. And then they said they took it to a refiner and they told them it was half a pound of gold. Well, first of all, that pocket watch must have been a massive pocket watch to be worth contain half a pound of gold. Then the other thing they said was they got $2,700 for that half pound of gold, which, if that is true, the person that gave them that robbed them. Because half a pound of gold is probably more in the range right now. I don't know the current spot price. My guess would be up over 40 grand if you found half a pound of gold. So, I don't know. I mean, they seemed pretty certain when they were talking about it. I just don't know if I don't know. I think maybe they misspoke. Maybe they didn't know exactly what they got. Maybe they didn't even get it. Maybe they're just lying. I don't know. But based on what they said, it doesn't make any sense to me in that video. And then a couple things that are not really necessarily reselling related, but I hear the reselling space a lot. And I'm going to talk about it because I hear other resellers talking about it, even though it's not really necessarily related to reselling. And first and foremost, everyone's talking about, I'm going to talk about diet and, keto and protein and all this other stuff among resellers. And again, there's another instance where it's like, stay in your lane if you don't really know too much about this stuff. But go find people that know about this. Don't take resellers' advice on this stuff. Research my advice on this. I happen to be very book smart, classroom smart, as well as street smart as well too. A very rare combination, which has served me very, very well in life. But I do know a lot, even though I don't look it. I used to be incredibly fit, and I was, and one of the things that I did to be very fit, my main goal was endurance, basically, because I wanted to snowboard, I wanted to paintball, hike, backpacking, all that. And so you need incredible endurance. You need strength and incredible endurance to do that stuff. And so that was my main focus and goal when training or working out. But diet goes hand in hand with that. And so I deep dived into the research on dieting and all that, exercise and what I should be doing. And so when it comes to diet, yes, everyone's talking about protein, keto. And protein is very, very important, incredibly important to our diet. Fat is incredibly important to our diet. Carbohydrates, incredibly important in our diet. So you should have a well-balanced diet. The problem is we eat carbohydrates in excess. Carbohydrates is our primary body's fuel source. it gets broken down into simple sugars and in our body. So it's everyone's you're talking about stay away from sugar and all that. Well, carbohydrates get broken down into simple sugars. They might almost stay away from carbohydrates. So everything eventually can be used as a fuel source in your body. If your body needs it, it will use it as a fuel source. Protein, more specific, protein to get very specific. That's the one everyone talks about. Gotta get more protein in my diet, more protein in my diet. Protein, when you eat it, consume it, it gets broken down into amino acids. And amino acids are essential for to show your body for repair, regeneration, and the building tissue and all that. So you need the amino acids. And that's what protein breaks down into, is to the essential amino acids that you require. Now, our body produces 11 of the essential amino acids that we require. There's 9 more that we need, and we have to get that through diet. Now, to get, probably meat products is probably one of the most efficient way to get it, through red meat, chicken, lamb, whatever your meat source is. But not only that, you can find it in plant sources as well too. It's found in grass. You can find all the amino acids you need in grass. The problem is we as humans cannot process the grass to the point where we can get the amino acids out of it that we need. But one secret ingredient that I used to use back in the day as a snack is pistachios. Pistachios contain the other amino acids that we need. The problem is it's a lot of fat in pistachios, so you always want a moderation with everything that you eat. Also, too, don't just get shelled pistachios. I know that would be the easy thing to do, and just shove a bunch of shelled pistachios, because then you tend to overeat them. Get them shelled. Get them with the shell, because then you would serve yourself the appropriate amount. And also, too, I would stay away from the salted, because then you'll get an excess amount of salt. And salt's good, but also, too, again, you don't want excessive amounts of salt as well, too. Another trick that I would use right before I go to the gym for energy, and also, too, to help, trick your brain. The vast majority of people out there, like me, I'm never really necessarily at a point where I am actually physically requiring food sustenance. I require hunger. I have food easily available to me. It's not like I'm ever going hungry. So whenever I say I'm hungry, it's more so my brain is telling me that I'm hungry. It's not that my body is physically requiring the calories. So that's the other hump that people got to get over, is the brain, is the mental aspect of it. And one trick I would use, 2 tricks actually, I would say coffee, but I love coffee, is chocolate. And I'm not talking milk chocolate, I'm not talking Hershey's chocolate, I'm not talking chocolate with nuts or anything like that. I'm talking about 100% pure cocoa, okay, chocolate bar. I would have just a little sliver, usually a little square, they usually are divided up in little squares, and I would take 1 square before the gym. It would help to, just kill my appetite, not make me so hungry, not necessarily kill it all the way, but not really make me so hungry. Plus, it also has a little bit of, it does have caffeine in it. Chocolate has caffeine in it. So, and then also too, it helps to boost your mood as well. So chocolate has there's a lot of tricks and things of the trade that I would do. So pistachios, you can get all the protein, the essential protein you need from pistachios and chocolates. You don't necessarily need to go, give me the protein style. What's that one from In-N-Out right now that everybody's having with I forget what they call it. It's with the onions instead of the bun. You don't necessarily need to do, I'm going to go protein style, animal style. Yeah, if you want a burger, okay. But you don't want the bun. Maybe you've had too many carbohydrates that day already. I used to carb load right before I would go to the gym. I would have 3 slices of bread, sprouted grain bread, sprouted grain bread. Yeah, sprouted grains, yeah. Sprouted grain bread, 3 slices of it, mind you, with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and that's not like Jiffy or anything like that with added sugar and all, just regular plain old peanut butter. And then I would also have a tiny bit, not even the full serving of jelly, and I would just kind of smear it on all 3 slices of bread, and I would, boom. That way I had the appropriate amount of energy in carbohydrates as well as a little bit of fat, a little bit of protein to go along with my diet, with my workout. So I know it doesn't look like I worked out. There's no evidence. There might be a few pictures here and there, but you know, back in the day I never really did pictures or anything like that. Not all of our phones necessarily had cameras on them, so I wasn't necessarily carrying a camera like I do nowadays all the time. But there was that, and that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about. And then let's get to the what's sold part of this video. Not only do the clothing or the what do you call it, blankets and stuff, they help to dampen the sound around me, so I think that kind of helps as well too. But the what's sold, what do we sell? We actually found these over at Savers. Spartan Root, this is the first item, Spartan Root Activator Shampoo. Now, it was more beneficial to sell this in a bundle than individually, and I was able to get rid of it at you know, give somebody a good deal, but also make great money on it. So you want to make sure you pay accordingly for each individual unit. And I got these 3 to a bag here at Savers. $74 what they paid, $16 what they paid in shipping, and this one in a large padded poly bag. So it was a non-padded poly bag. So I used extra bubble wrap to ensure it's safe delivery. I also put it in a baggie because it is a shampoo as well too. If it somehow leaked or anything like that, I wanted some sort of containment on the way. So definitely keep your eye out for some of this stuff. It does really well. Be cautious. Don't ever pick up RX or prescription strength, or if it says medical anything, just stay away from it. It's too much of a red flag. RX, yes, stay away from it. Prescription, stay away from it. If it says like, you know, medical, don't put medical, anything medical. Don't use any medical term. If it's not a prescription, you shouldn't be, first of all, it's a prescription, don't list it at all. If it, for some reason, references prescription or references as a medical use, don't put that in the title because it's just going to potentially get it flagged. So be cautious with this stuff. But really, really cool. So sold $74. Great sale right there. The next item is a keyboard. So this is the second item. Microsoft Sculpt keyboards. These are coming down in price, what you can get for them. They used to go for upwards of $60, $70. Now, right around 40 bucks. So $38.20 is what we got for this one. $14 and 50, kind of cut off on my screen, but it's 50 something cents. The dongle though, I haven't been featuring these or finding these with the dongle as of late. So make sure they have the dongle. You need the dongle with these. So definitely keep your eye out for it. The 1559 is the actual model number. If you remove the battery compartment in the back, that's where you'll find the model number. Very, very tiny. You'll find it in there. But it's the Microsoft Sculpt ergonomic keyboards. These things still sell really well. It's just they're not getting as much. And to get that higher price point, you're going to need the wrist pad part to it. You're going to need probably the keypad. It does come with a mouse as well too. So all that will get you closer maybe to that $80 mark. But just the keyboard alone right now is kind of going down in price. So 40 bucks. Really, really cool keyboard, by the way, though. Okay, the third item is a really cool backpack. And this is a Disney product that is, you know, I talk about Disney being flooded and you can't really get too much for Disney because Disney is such a flooded category, but these really cool pieces right here, or rare pieces, sometimes can do really, really well. But this Toy Story Woody backpack in the shape of a cowboy hat, really cool, 40 bucks, $11.75 is what they paid in shipping. And this one, I put this in a box just so I want to get, so it's not that it was, it had a rigid structure to it at all. It was very floppy, but I just wanted to, you know, make sure that shape is maintained in shipping. So I did put it in a large Ground Advantage box. I did cut it down a little bit. So that was a 12 by 12 by 8 box. So really, really cool. Did I say when I put the keyboard in? The keyboard, if they've been fitting, I've been putting them in the large padded poly bags, and it's been working out pretty, pretty well. And those are the padded poly, those are the padded, I shouldn't say poly bag because it's not a poly bag. It's a large padded bag from USPS Ground Advantage. And if they've been fitting in there, I've been making it work with those. So really, really cool. Okay, here's another one I found at Savers. This sold almost immediately. Beyblades. I wasn't going to go through the hassle of selling these individually. You could potentially get more over time selling them individually, but it's going to take obviously longer and I got them at such a great price, and I got them all in one giant bag. So $94.27 sold swiftly. They are heavy. These were metal ones. $16 even is what they paid in shipping. This did go in a non-padded poly bag, but I did make sure to wrap it a little bit extra because they spent almost $100 on it to ensure it's safe delivery. So really, really cool. Look out for Beyblades. Beyblades still do really well. And when I picked them up, I wasn't sure, because I haven't sold Beyblades in a while. So I wasn't 100% sure if they were, going to do well, but they did do well. So $94.27 in a big old lot. So sometimes it makes sense to do a big old lot, and sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it does. Next item is how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th item then. Then we'll do what's in the cart. Okay, so this is the item here. It's an Outlander, really cool. So Outlander, the show, I believe, is this is from. And I was kind of looking it up. It looks more like a a medieval type of love story. But I thought Outlander was more sci-fi, but it could be two different things. I wasn't a big Outlander fan, but this Hot Topic piece sold very, very well, very, very quickly for $30. Keep your eye out. This is like more of a cosplay type of item, and we're going to be getting up here pretty soon to Renaissance season. And Renaissance season, especially around here, is pretty big. There's a big event down at Casa de Fruta, which they do a big, what do you call it? Renaissance fair. $30 is what this sold for. $11.75 that they paid in shipping, and this went into a standard padded poly bag. So really, really cool piece here. Definitely something to keep your eye out for. And because it was, I'm not picking up all Hot Topic stuff, but because it was associated with Outlander, that's the reason why we picked it up. So really, really cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 pieces there. And then I'm messaging someone back and forth. I'm gonna buy a mouse here, and I'll probably show it in one of my videos. But I'm just trying to get more clarification on it because it's brand new in the box. And they said NIB, but they're not sure if it has everything. They're selling it for parts, which I get it. They're selling it for parts because they don't know if it's an older mouse. They don't know if the battery still works in it. They're selling it untested. So I'm trying to see. Well, it says NIB. And then I'm asking, well, does it have the charger with it? Because they're only showing one picture, so it's not quite clear if it's actually sealed. So I'm trying to figure this out and buy that. But what do we have in the cart? So I have a few things in the cart here. I have this cloth. I'm going to put this back. It's $10. That's the main reason I'm going to put it back. It's $10. Not 100% sure. National War Memorial. Not 100% sure if it would, I can't find anything on it. And I don't know. I don't want to pay $10 is what it is. I don't want to pay $10 for it. If it was like $5, I'd pick it up. Under $5, but not for $9.99. I picked up this. I'm still doing a little bit of research. Oh, I just realized there's no tag on it. Well, I'm glad to get a tag up in front. So this is Demon Slayer, so anime. I don't know, I can't find anything on this mug. And so I find a lot of Demon Slayer stuff, and I know Demon Slayer is popular, but as far as this mug goes, I don't know. But it is a cool mug. So I might pick it up, depending on what the price they give me. I might pick that up. And then I was looking this up, but it's broken. This is a 2.5-inch floppy USB drive. Definitely look out for USB drives. I would pick this up, but it is broken. It'll be around $15 to $20 for that piece right there. But the big hit, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a good one. It's $13.99 is what it is, and it's Jesus. Let me just take the camera off, and I'll show you right here. See that right there? Jesus, I am peace. And he's kind of wearing like a, I don't know, Iraqi, it looks like Desert Storm type of camouflage gear there. But either way, that looks pretty cool. And I see listed for around $100. Listed. I don't think it'll be worth $100. I think it's probably going to go for less than that. But a really, really cool piece. Definitely going to pick it up. I'm going to sell Jesus. And cool piece. Either way, that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. And hasta lasagna, don't get any on ya.
Hey, you've made it to the end. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video by hitting the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel by hitting my little round icon down below. It really does help us out here. Also, you'll find a couple of selections. You'll see a playlist of videos to watch and my most recent video that I did upload.